We are live. I'm sorry for that little glitch in the beginning. I didn't set up the YouTube thing correctly because for some reason on Sundays, we're just a mess over here. I also have the same makeup and hair from last night because I got to hang out with my bestie. But let's go ahead and talk about what's going on with crypto because I think altcoin season is here. I definitely think altcoin season is here because when you see really ridiculous price action like this, on crypto bubbles. First off, Tezos, that is a dino coin from way back when. CFX, that one's a newer one. Litecoin, old dino coin, privacy dino coin, wonderful dino coin. This is what we're talking about here. This is absolutely what we're talking about. And you want to know what triggered this? What triggered this was all the crypto legislation that's getting pushed through. And Ethereum finally pumping out. Also, TikTok, this is my only account. You guys can follow me at CryptoWendyO.com to verify all my socials. I will never, ever, ever reach out to you. Ever. So with that being said, there's that. Now, let's go ahead and get into it. So what's going on? Altcoin season here. Ethereum's pumping. Everything is going crazy. One of the things I love is this right here. I love to see green in the morning, especially on a Sunday when the traditional markets are closed because we are front-running people. Well, TradFi, which we want to front-run them because they're the enemy. But I want to play this clip for you about Ethereum. Shout out to Nashville, Tennessee. I need to go there. Hang out. But I want to show you guys this clip from Mr. Tom Lee. Mr. Tom Lee is an Ethereum bull. Let's go ahead and play and see what he said recently.
And so I think in the near term, our technical strategist, Mark Newton, thought we could be seeing 4,000 before the end of the month for Ethereum, but that's not where it peaks.
4,000 Ethereum at the end of the month. 4,000 Ethereum at the end of the month. Let's go ahead and take a look at the chart really quickly, okay? 4,000 Ethereum is going to be right here. Yep. I can see that happening. Actually, we've got resistance at 4,100 with these swing wick highs that occurred back in December of 2024. 4,000 is going to be at these closes here. And I think that they are referring to the, they're referring to the weekly close. Okay. And I absolutely love it. This is a God tier candle from Ethereum. And this is kind of what I think triggered altcoin season. I don't know how long it's going to last, but everything is up as far as gainers. This is what we're seeing in the market in the last 7 days. 76%, 71%, 50%, 51%, 47, 42, 36, 33. These are the last 7 days, and these are larger cap coins, which is awesome. Okay. When you start to see gains like this with the larger cap coins, that's what we're talking about here. Again, when we're talking about altcoin season, every altcoin season is different. And you're going to have to learn to navigate and how to play and take profits. Before we finish listening to the video, we'll finish listening to the video and then I'll give you some alpha, in my opinion.
I just think that that's the first target. And then I think something, if Sean Farrell's math is correct, then I think 10 to 15,000 actually makes sense too.
So he's talking about $10,000 to $15,000 with Ethereum. Which I've been calling for $10,000 Ethereum for quite some time. I am a delusional Ethereum bag holder. I don't mind being that. My bags are heavy and I would like to offload some of them, about 90%, because I've been holding since like 2018. He's talking, basically, this is talking about the technical analysis here, but Tom Lee is the chairman of Fundstrat Capital, and they are adding Ethereum to their balance sheet, to their treasury, to all of that. And a lot of these companies, they're staking because they want to get that passive income. And they're saying that a lot of banks and whatnot will be utilizing Ethereum for their stablecoin thing, which makes sense too. And again, this is not bad with Ripple. And the reason why it's not is because Ripple has RLUSD. RLUSD runs on Ethereum and XRPL. That was a very, 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 very smart choice. Very, very, very smart choice for them to utilize both. The future when it comes to crypto is going to be interoperability. If you're looking at a project, you like this project, but they're not working with other chains, or they're not open to working with other chains, if they don't, or they're not interoperable to other chains, they're probably not going to do as well as some of this other stuff. It seems that everybody's dipping into each other's liquidity, utilizing each other's communities, etc. And I love that. That's another reason why we like Hedera. That's another reason why we like XRP. Cardano with Midnight, all of that. So if your projects are able to work and have interoperability with other projects, that's a win for me. Now, we do have projects that don't necessarily have that, but they're still pretty solid. And you're just going to have to figure out what makes sense for you as an investor, because you're an investor. You're in charge of making your own choices. And I believe in you. But one of the things I'm going to tell you right now is that and this is just me, I personally believe this is going to be the last cycle. I personally believe that when we do have the or the bear market that comes in, because it will happen, which I think that this is a super cycle. I think it's going to be more extended. Shout out to Lawrence for the $5 super chat. And good morning to gorgeous Alexandra. Let me give a shout out to all my channel members. Okay. We got gorgeous Alexandra up in here. Mr. Lawrence chilling. Thank you guys. I'm going to use that to get me. I'm actually going to, and morning to Mr. Dale. Dale, I'm going to go ahead and make you I'm going to add you as a moderator because you've been showing up every day, and we do that over here. I personally believe we're in a super cycle. I believe this will probably be one of the last great bull runs. And I think when we finally enter the bear market, it is going to be an implosion with all of these crypto treasuries. They're going to help pump our bags. But right now, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to say it. Why is DeFi, Aave, and all that stuff pumping? Why wouldn't they be pumping? DeFi, people want to focus on privacy coins right now, which Litecoin's got that Mimble stuff. Love it. They want to focus on DeFi. We did a video yesterday. I'll do a market update in a second, but we did a video yesterday talking about the Genius Act. Genius Act is for stable coins. Basically, there's certain people that can apply for one. Other people, Gary Gensler did, born bad. And it's basically essentially centralizing that entire ecosystem to benefit the banks. And there's also rumors that we might not be getting yield on stable coins anymore, which is one of the reasons why we love stable coins. Also, too, it's a lot easier to trade with when you're trading with stable coin pairs, because the price is like this. Now, that being said, this is going to be unpopular, but I'm going to continue to remind you guys to take profits. And when I say taking profit, I'm not talking about selling your entire stack. I'm talking about scaling out in a lot of things. A lot of things this cycle will not be around next cycle. You do not want to be a bag holder. You also don't want to hold to zero, and you don't want to hold down 50 to 90% again, because a lot of these things are not coming back next cycle. We don't know how long this bull market is going to be. We do not know when it's going to end, but we do know that that's happening with the treasury companies, implosion will happen because it's going to be too much leverage used, and it's not going to end well. But at the same time, we understand the numbers going up and the market's going up. So take advantage of that. You got to realize those profits. Have a good CPA. Have a good trading and investing plan. Okay? I've got a lot of things on my website that will help you, whether it's legal, a CPA, financial advisors, those types of things, all licensed. But you are going to have to be very serious about taking profit this cycle. And we got the tiers. Top tier, Bitcoin, something you might never want to take profit on. Then we got tier 2, stuff that you want to hold longer term, but you have a profit taking strategy, whether you're going to sell half this cycle and then 10% every other cycle, whatever that is. XRP, Solana, Ethereum. Then we have the third cycle, the newer stuff, things that are outside of the top 100, the brand new projects coming in. You're going to want to aggressively take profit on those. And I'm not saying sell. When I say profit, it's not sell the entire thing. Okay. And then the meme coins and all the trash, all the super risky stuff, in and out. Once you start hitting that 2 times, start pulling. And when I'm talking about profit taking, it's not selling everything. It's a moonbag strategy. Moonbag strategy, you do your due diligence. You dump disposable income into something. Exactly, Alexandra. No more round trips for us. No more. If you have a moonbag, you're good. If you sell a little bit too early, that's okay. Now, why is that okay? No one ever went broke taking profit. Investing is risk. And you have to be risk adverse. You have to be open-minded to change. You have to be able to act fast. You have to be able to have a concise plan of what you're going to do and potentially exit or change that plan around. So we do the moonbag strategy. So when I talk about taking profit is when numbers up. part of your trading and investing plan, and you remove enough for taxes, initial investment, and profit. You take that profit or your initial investment and you rinse and repeat and you dump it into something else, or you can reinvest in that project. But if you're up more than 2 or 3 times, you might, I'm not telling you to start taking profit now, but you want to have a plan to do that works well for you and your families and your goals. Me personally, one of the things I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of coins I have this cycle and primarily hold Bitcoin. What does that mean? So for example, for Ethereum, I'm an Ethereum bag holder. I'm probably going to sell about 90% of my Ethereum this cycle. Why? Well, I've been holding for quite some long time. I'm in a lot of gains, and I'm not sure what the project's going to look like in about 5-10 years or in the future, primarily because Ethereum Foundation fumbled a lot of stuff this cycle. Okay. And that's that's part of my plan to do, but I'm still going to keep about 10% because you never know what's going to happen. And exactly, sometimes greed clouds judgment. And I'm already starting to feel myself with the greed because Ethereum's pumping. We're like $3,700. Okay. So that's me. I want to realize profits. I want to be able to have more capital to invest if I want. And there's goals I have. I don't know what your guys' goals are. You might want to sit down and reevaluate your goals. Me, I want to help my mom pay her house off. I would like to buy at least 5 to 10 acres with a teeny tiny property on it somewhere. And I would like to get a second property. I want to start putting money in real estate. Some people might say that's stupid. That's a bad idea. But guess what? That's what I want to do. That's what makes me happy. Those are goals of mine. Your goals might be different. And that's okay. You might have to pay student loans off, or maybe you might want to take your family on a nice vacation. Whatever it is. How will you know you're at peak altcoin season? You don't know. You're never going to know. There's going to be signs. There's going to be little things we see here and there, but crypto is very volatile. It moves very fast. And it's important to be able to react to the market. So that's why you have these plans put in place. If X happens, I do Y. If Y happens, I do A. And you need to have these different scenarios in your trading and investing journal. Binance has a lot of really, really, really great free material. Altcoin has made people rich. I'm happy for them. And the ones that got rich took profit. I'm from the straight ghetto. I can't convince people to, but I'm in it for the long term. Shout out to you. I love everyone from the ghetto. Shout out to the ghetto. Shout out to the hood. I might drive back to the hood today to go get myself some guava pastries because it's been a minute and I got to check up, got to go back. But anyways, you're not going to know when the right time is to sell. No one ever went broke taking profit, and you don't have to sell everything. And it's okay to change your trading and investing plan, but understand that greed is coming. All right, now that we had this long spiel, let's go ahead and talk about the market, okay? Can I explain Litecoin? So Litecoin is kind of like a Bitcoin, but a little bit different. And Litecoin also has a privacy feature called Mimblewimble. It's very, very, very fast. Way back in the day when I was like doing more of the day trading and really, really active. Any tips to save on taxes? I have my CPA, Scott Martin. He's on CryptoWendyO.com. I highly recommend contacting him because he does crypto stuff, and I recommend him to everyone. Tell him Wendy sent you. But Litecoin is super fast, and it's kind of like a Bitcoin, but different. And it's got privacy aspect to it. So I think it's cool. I have a bag somewhere, and I hope I didn't lose my keys. We'll see, though. You never know. Anyways, let's get into the market because I want to give it to you hard and raw over here. Now, really quick, MoonPay posted this, which I thought it was cool. In the last 30 days, XRP is up 66%, ETH 55%, SUI 51%, Litecoin 42%, Solana 30%, and Bitcoin 15%. Love to see it. Now, let's get into the market. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and remove our drawing tools. So this is going to be Bitcoin weekly. Market CIPHER is still showing me some nice upside. However, this weekly candle so far, it's pretty undecided. We've got the swing wick high to 123, swing wick low to 116, and we're currently at 118. Now, with that being said, if we want to look at the previous closes, 109, and that's going to be a key area for me. I want to see us sustain above that. Okay. So if we have a pullback all the way down to 109, which I'm not saying we will, that's what I want to see hold. And we are also in price discovery. Now, taking a look at the daily, we're kind of flat. and we're just going sideways. So it's important to hold 116. So if we could close above 116, I would love that. It'd be great. We don't got a lot of previous price action in here, but if we want to draw fibs, it'll probably bring us to this middle area about 114. So just as long as we stay above that, I'm happy. Now let's go to my Big Daddy Chad chart. I gotta fix this over here. So this is our area at 120. Next target will be 125. And then from there, I think it's a pretty easy shot up to about 140. For what I'm seeing. So I'll go ahead and revise this little chart for you guys. But Ethereum is an absolute beast. Absolute beast. We don't even have any, on the weekly, we don't even have any swing wick highs. It's just going. Numbers going up. Bulls are in and they're pushing price up. Ethereum is generally a good indicator when altcoin season is happening. And that's probably going to change a lot next cycle, and that's okay. But right now, this is the name of the game. It is the name of the game, and that's what's moving the markets. That's what seems to be moving the markets, because the markets didn't really start moving until Ethereum started running. Now, this is the weekly. Taking a look at the daily. We sustained above $3,500, and we are on our way up. Next area was going to be about this area here at about 37, primarily because we had the swing wick high, July 6, 2025. So we'll see where we end up. But I'm a lazy trader these days. We're going to go ahead and get our fibbies, and we're just going to put them and see where we land. And again, these are symmetrical, so it doesn't really matter which way you do it. Don't care. So right now we're getting ready to hit the 0.5 area on the daily. Then from there, we got 38, 39, 41. And I do see us hitting $4,000 this month if we continue this bullish trajectory. You're a beginner. Where do you suggest to learn? Follow me on all my socials. Binance and Investopedia have free resources to learn about all this stuff. They're free. Head over there. You can search specific things. Those are always great places to start, in my opinion. And I like to give you guys free resources. Solana, what's going on with Solana? Solana is not doing as well as Ethereum right now. Okay. It's still Solana summer, well, stablecoin summer, but it's lagging a little bit, and that's okay. Right now, we're fighting to get above 184, which that will happen. We are on our way up. So we'll see what happens once we flip. Again, if we could get a pullback, we might get a little bit of bearish price action, close at 173. What is what it is. But right now we're bullish. We're up. SUI bounced off support 379, currently trading at 403. XRP is getting ready to break all-time high. All-time high was it was 384. This chart doesn't have it, but XRP's all-time high really quickly. Let's see. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm a hot mess. XRP really quickly. XRP's all-time high, according to CoinMarketCap, was 8 years ago, $3.84. XRP will hit, in my personal opinion, it is going to hit probably easily $5.89. But I think we might see $10. I really do. Just because it is the second most popular crypto. So XRP is a little bit volatile right now, and I'll clean these charts up for you guys. We could do that now. So we were able to break above 340 over here, and we're kind of teetering on a support. We also have got more support down here. I want to mark $3.03 because this is where this is an important area of a close, weekly close. But more importantly, let's go to the daily so I can see a little bit more. And we've got some nice little price action here. And again, I'm just going to pull the fibs because I'm a lazy trader and I don't care, to see if we break down below 339 where we might hit. Probably about 321. Again, just as long as the market continues being bullish, we will continue to rise. 384 is going to be a very important area of resistance because that was the all-time high in the past. So we're going to mark that there. And this is where we want to hit. Okay. Chainlink, $20. Getting ready to pop back above. And that would be glorious. So hopefully we'll start to consolidate above $20 here. Cardano is slaying. This is a gorgeous candle we're seeing on the daily. Just straight, big, thick, no swing wicks. And we're getting ready to flip 86. So we'll see that happen. Hedera. Looking absolutely wonderful. Not as strong as some of the other ones, but that's okay. But we just need to get above 26 cents and sustain above it. So right now we're looking good. A little bit in the overbought area, but market is bullish. Numbers going up. And again, with Hedera, we can just go ahead and take our lazy fibs and put them here. Okay. Dog, we love Dog. A little bit slower. And I hold all these coins, by the way. Dog is just kind of consolidating between 3.8 and 4.4. So there's that. Let's take a look at the total crypto market cap. It's at $3.87 trillion. Great. Taking a look at XLM. XLM had a crazy chart. We got support over here at about 44 cents. Pretty nice over here, XLM. ALGO. ALGO's moving a little bit slower than everybody else, but that's okay. Getting ready to retest 31 cents. And then people are calling for Dogecoin to go to $1 again. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly. I don't know if Dogecoin will hit $1 because a lot of the hype is on other coins, but it does have a chance too. Avalanche, which I hold. Avalanche is at $25 right now. And we're going to continue up. Going to probably hit 27 soon. And these are going to be the other areas to look for. So the market's looking pretty strong right now. Yes, we are going to have pullbacks and whatnot along the way. And I've got PENGU, but you know what sucks is I forgot to collect all of the airdrop, and I do that. That happens to me. I'm ridiculous. But it does happen. All right, there's ONDO, and let's take a look at PENGU. PENGU, we'll do Binance Spot. Okay, so ONDO is an absolute beast. I mean, this is a beautiful candle. Taking a look at the daily, really nice, really healthy move. The area of resistance is going to be 118, but we really are going to have to get above 112, whatever over here. As far as PENGU goes, PENGU's holding nicely. PENGU is probably going to continue to do well. So we've got that. We've got support at 28 cents over, or 2 cents over here. So with that being said, I hope Chainlink hits $100 because I got a bag. I hope Avalanche hits $100 because I got a bag. I want all this stuff to pump because I'm holding. I love it. I want XRP to pump too because I got a bag. But moral of the story is everything, Genius Law has passed. This potentially could be the last cycle. It's going to be an extended super cycle. We don't know when it's going to end. I personally think the blow up is going, the black swan event is going to be with the treasuries imploding. Oh, VeChain. I'm sorry. Let me put VeChain on there really quickly. I apologize. Let's go do that for you, sweetheart. Okay. Vet. I just want to see crypto. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. All right. VeChain is going crazy right now. We've got resistance here at about 3 cents. So we should be doing pretty well. Will VeChain hit some of the all-time highs again? We'll see. We'll see. They got a lot of great partnerships. But generally these types of patterns are really nice because look at anytime we do this, we pump, this, pump, a lot of consolidation, a pump. So this is a pretty nice chart for VeChain. But again, I can be 100% wrong. Number can go down. We don't know. We'll see. Treasuries imploding. Strategy, SharpLink, any NASDAQ company, any company at all that's holding crypto on their balance sheet. Some of those will implode, and that will trigger altcoin season, or excuse me, a bear market. And that's what a lot of folks from the older generation also think that as well. But it is what it is. Now, with that being said, I've had a great time streaming with you guys, and I was only planning on streaming for 10 minutes. But again, thank you to all our partners, to the Hedera Foundation, to MarketCypher, great trading indicator, Brave browser. They also have AI that's private. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. And then Bitcoin IRA, if you would like to build custom Bitcoin and crypto portfolios, like SEPs or 401ks, IRAs, check them out. You can do that there, and you can actually get a tax advantage for that, but double check with your CPA. Sending you all love and light, and I'm going to be posting some more content for you a little bit later today. Bye-bye.